What is good, people? I hope you enjoyed the dulcet tones of our admin container on that ad break. But of course, we are back here to give you Game 2 of Week 3 of the Aegis Guilty Gear Strive Team League. I am C-Fresh. I'm normally an admin here, but I'm lucky to be on cam today. I'm joined by my buddy, Gummy, who's been doing a wonderful job alongside me. How you doing, Gummy?
I'm doing good. We had an exciting first half of the matches we have tonight with Koi, FGC, and New Head Porta Potty Party. Well, that's a tongue twister. No, but in case you missed it and you're just tapping in now, Koi did win this that game 2-1 with Dig winning their set versus Vlor, Classified winning versus Trigun, and a very close set between Gwen Stylish and Symbolist. Symbolist did win, making it the 2-1, right? With a nice little comeback story, wrapped it up real nice, and here we are with our next two teams. Yo, why don't you tell me who we got going on first?
I'm actually happy to tell you guys that this is our first of two cross-division games that these players are going to play tonight and next week. These are games between players or between teams of roughly the same standing between our divisions, to give them a little break between their first and second round robin and to let them maybe scout the competition going into playoffs. So this one does not matter for team league standings. This is just for fun, but I still hope these players bring their A game tonight. Right now, we are going to be going ahead and looking at Golden Order FGC. They're definitely a pretty intimidating team. I think they're having a pretty darn good time of it. They are made up of Korra, 2 Jellyish, Goku Owns Your Main, and Ashy Pro Gamer. And our highlighted player for them tonight is going to be the old 2 Jellyish. If you said 2 Jellyfish, you're wrong. Common mistake. That is only Jellyish. I know they have been doing super well on the L-Felt, and they're only going to be doing better, which is great to see. It's, I think I confessed to them earlier today, hey, I think I'm an L-Felt player now. Some of those buffs are looking kind of nice. I'm very excited to see, how far these L-Felt players can push the character. Even though I hate to run into her, I'm very mentally frail to L-Felt. But best of luck to Jellyish out there tonight. Gummy, why don't you tell us about our buddies No Style?
Sure thing. So yeah, as you mentioned, on the other side of teams, Team 2, we have No Style Esports. Nice little team, mostly on the Smash side of things, and they do have some content creators, and they're well known, right? But on No Style Esports, we have Charlie, Guts, and Kami99. As we know, Charlie on the Giovanna. If you love seeing Giovanna, don't worry, we got some more. Guts on the Kai Keys, the King of Valeria, and Kami99 on the Happy Chaos. I definitely love, some of the character variety and some of the returning characters like Happy Chaos. I feel like with this patch, it might be, a little more interesting to see how all these players, with their changes, get to play now, right? Especially like you mentioned earlier, Jelly on Elfelt. But on the No Style side, we have our highlighted player, Guts. Definitely a pretty strong player, also known as Magatsu Ren. If you do follow them on Twitter, very strong player, right? Getting second, at the dog park, second out of 83 at their locals. It's a lot of online results. Very good skill to back it up as well, right? But same thing, same format as last time. We're going to be playing 3 sets, 2 first to 3s, and then with our anchors playing a first to 4. And like C-Fresh mentioned, this is just for fun, right? We love having some good matches, especially bringing it to you guys at home on the screen so we can all enjoy some good Guilty Gear.
Yeah, let's take a look at those matches tonight. We've got set 1 out here. And I guess I should say left side is going to be home team, right side going to be away team. Home team gets to counterpick away team. So they got to choose these matches. Let's see if those choices work out for them. It's Ashy Pro Gamer versus Charlie. Going to be 2 Jellyish versus Guts. And over there in the anchor slot, Goku Owns Your Main versus Kami99.
What a name, Goku Owns Your Main. That's got to be very intimidating, right?
I think that's Twitter user Puppy Girl FPS, but
no way. That's
trying to TO these tournaments. You got people with different Discord, Start GG, Twitter, real life in-game names. I can't keep it all straight, but I believe that is who it is.
Yep, I just double checked. It is Puppy Girl FPS. So you know what? I think but something about just saying Goku sounds a little funnier. You
hear the first note of the Ultra Instinct theme, you're like,
Ah,
I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was like that. Oh, I'm hearing from our top correspondent in the chats that Goku Owns Your Main is very handsome and goated. Interesting. Looking into this, we'll see what we'll see if we can't look into this a bit more.
okay, but I think we're in the room. We're about ready. I think we're loading into our first set of fourth set of the night, first set of this game. Ashy Pro Gamer versus Charlie, Giovanna versus Faust. Let's get into
I'll try not to be biased. I talked a little bit about this matchup in particular earlier because I'm a reformed Faust main. I think I'm tired of losing, so I'm just gonna play goated characters now. But I still it warms my heart to see a Faust out here. Let's see how they do.
You know what? Yeah, Faust is all I gap at for up. Don't forget that.
It's Apology Man been backing people down with a 2P with no combo behind it for years now, which is crazy to me. Right there, you see one of the things that's going to make this matchup difficult. You can crawl, spiral, arrow, and punish with whatever you please, basically. You can punish with command grab if you want, I think.
All right, and nice little 2D counter hit immediately to bring like this pressure. Like started right, a lot of this strike throw. We got to punish here. I'm not sure. Maybe we caught Ashy mashing here, trying to jump out, something of the sort. But we got an immediate counter hit into the super, wasting no time to spend that overdrive and end the round.
You know, I had to swallow my bias because you said like a nice counter hit there, and I was like, oh, it wasn't nice. Faust close dash is -1. Actually, it's the only one in the game.
Hey, just keep it that way. Good reason.
Yeah. The other thing that you're going to notice is that if you didn't know, if Faust is like blocking, you have to hold down forward to crawl. You don't just get that for free. So you have to kind of hard commit that, which the Geo player can call out on you and kill you, like we just saw.
Yeah, and that's another thing about like killing Faust is that Faust is a very squishy character. Having 0 guts. I'm not actually quite sure about the defense modifier, but the 0 guts alone matters a lot, especially against a super like Giovanna's, where it does a ton of damage and a bunch of rapid hits. It could lead to very quick kills just like that, like how Charlie did just kill Ashy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard out here. His defense isn't necessarily the greatest. He's got some great buttons. Don't get me wrong. Doesn't have an incredible reversal, but you can just get folded like that. It's happened to me countless times.
All right, but I think we are ready to load into match number 2. I want to see some adaptations. I love that it happens naturally, right? And speaking of the stage, it's beautiful. I'm already got the plan.
The chat is informing me that saying Faust is the only minus close slash is propaganda. Quiet down over there. Quiet down. Also, I thought Axel's close slash was no longer -1. Am I dumb?
I'm not sure who plays that character.
brutal. Good players. I've been walked on by many an Axel. We see a beautiful rare sight over here. Wall break with the super. Get used to this again.
I prefer this over Wild Assault, right? And it's interesting to see like how we're gonna start spending our meter. Using it for recovering off of moves like that, like off the mix into a nice little low 6P to end the round, or breaking wall, couple extensions. They have a lot of ways to do it.
In terms of adaptation right now, I'd have to say I understand why, but I think Ashy is hitting a whole lot of J2K right now, and I think Casper's really capitalizing off that. I don't think it's having a whole lot of success. Oh my god, from downtown, runs on in with the thing and wastes meter on it, and Casper reacts with the YRC, setting them both to 0 meter.
Yeah, and Ashy got the nice little wall break with the J2K into the JD, breaking that glass, and we got that positive bonus. You definitely don't want Faust having this because it's item time as soon as we can, right?
Let me see the 100-meter item super. Let me see it. Come on, I deserve this. Oh my god, sneaks that in, I think for the kill.
Yeah, sneaks in that barbershop instead. Look at that. Look at that cut. How awesome would it be if the dog also got an afro?
It's crazy that they don't. It's got Arcsis. I'm petitioning. I know there's a long list of things people have asked to get added or re-added to the game, but I would like to cut to the front of the line, give the dog a haircut.
You know what? Yeah, forget Rubing Legacy mechanics. Let's give the dog a haircut.
Well, it's interesting because I think Geo on her 2D is one of a few characters who kind of gets to play with the afro, because it increases your head hitbox, but characters like Jacko, especially in the famous Jacko pose, they don't have to deal with that. Their head's so low that the afro doesn't really affect them as much.
Yeah, there's a lot of cases like that where, Ramlethal being, Ramlethal 6P being another good example of that. Carries your head into the ground. So that afro doesn't seem like it has a lot of effect in some scenarios.
Dude, that hyper-aggressive burst. One hit in the corner and you're like, Ashy, get back there. We don't let Faust get things going.
Oh, we got Mini Faust out right now, though. That's a very scary thing.
Talk to her, little man. Talk to her. Oh man, I love Ashy out here trying to extend pressure with Mix RC, but Casper just seems so darn ready for the thing. They haven't really gotten to do a whole lot after these Mix pressures.
Something I want to call out there or showcase is that what you were talking about earlier, how Faust doesn't get to just, hold down back the crawl for free. So like crawling the empowered spiral error, that was definitely a commitment on Ashy's part, and look at the reward we got from it.
Oh. Very tough. Yeah, that soft knockdown is going to have to be something a lot of people study again. I think maybe we took all those hard knockdowns for granted. Now you gotta remember, like, it's not quite round start distance. It's going to be a little bit of a different situation.
Woo. Nice A2K to catch the startup of the spiral arrow here. Doesn't really lead to a whole lot, and we got Casper. Oh, tricky little situation there. That could be high, that could be low. And we're going low again into the overdrive for the hard knockdown positive bonus. Same situation we've seen before, right? Just less frequently now.
Ashy with the meter to get a little spooky with it. Good counter hit confirm. Does not break the wall at that distance though. Oh my god, run up all the way 6-8. Check any reactions.
The dash up DP was vicious. Okay, Charlie, I see you. I wasn't familiar with your game. A lot of run up DP with Giovanna, since it's not an actual DP. For one, it can't be roaming canceled. Not that you'll actually need to many times, but it deletes that upper hurt box of her. So it's very good against Faust in particular, right?
It's very weird. It's more of a Street Fighter DP in that respect. Or Street Fighter anti-air, I should say, in that respect.
That's
a lot of those players with that you'll gain upper body invincibility or invincibility against aerial moves or things like that.
Nice, so we're getting into our next game here. Immediately we have the offense started and the 100-ton. The weight just stopping any pressure that Casper might have happened. Nice reaction 6P right here to the thrust. You definitely don't want Faust to get away with that, right? It's just a free little reset there. Especially if they charge it.
You definitely don't want to autopilot it. We have some slightly better options in terms of the charge, but a lot of people can just react with that 6P or even with an instant air dash in on you, which can lead to a whole lot of damage. It's very tough. I'll also say last game, super frustrating seeing Ashy getting eaten up by those tick throws and those dash throws from Giovanna. I'm not that guy. I can't react to those. I don't know what you do. You sort of have to. The way I would defend it is you just have to hard commit to teching or to trying to fuzzy jump them, which is very scary and exploitable.
Yeah, very scary and exploitable, but Faust, I feel like has one of those unique options where J2K, right? Where if you fuzzy jump, maybe you can in the same sense, it's something similar to Slater's backdash cancel in a sense, not necessarily the same thing. But yeah,
give Faust Slayer's backdash cancel. I think you're onto something. I'm interested in what you're spitting here.
Oh, wow. Think 2K out of backdash? Oh, that's such a bad hit there, but yeah, I feel like Ashley definitely recognized it really early on. And yeah, they're gonna unfortunately get wall broken here, and Casper on such a good situation here. We have a ton of resources to use, and the run-up DP does it again into the overdrive, and that will be it, Charlie. Wow. That was a good set by Charlie. That was also very good here by Ashy Pro Gamer. Definitely navigated the neutral super well, but you might know a little bit more about the the finer details of the Faust and Giovanna interactions. Like you mentioned, you are a reformed Giovanna or Faust player.
Man, yeah. It was tough. I think Ashy did not have a good answer for Go2D, and frankly, I don't know what that answer is. I think they really struggled to find a good button to hit into that. They didn't, the Far Slash wasn't quite able to connect. They don't want to hit a low into it and get beaten up. And of course, you saw it anti-airing J2K at times, so that seemed to dominate a lot of the neutral between the two. I would definitely be interested in seeing one of those. Charlie checking in here. The answer is get meteors. They're saying, stand full screen, just throw items against me. Nothing bad will happen, I promise.
That's a good point, Just get meteors, just get mini Faust, and just get that paper, girl. Don't let that thing go.
I think Ashley was trying to make some space and never really got a moment to breathe and just throw items because Casper was really playing it, straight in your face.
Yep.
That said,
Beat us straight in your face. Look at these two characters on screen right now. Happy Chaos versus Alpha. Two characters that, more so Alpha than Happy Chaos, but they love to be in your face. That's their whole game plan, right? Like right here, we got the roll mix-ups, and we have the Rekka mix-ups here on Jelly 2 or 2 Jelly-ish side. And we also have the Deus Ex here on Guts side to break the wall immediately, and we have a ton of resources to use here.
Yeah, it's interesting. They are kind of funny characters to compare because, Happy Chaos gets to freestyle his pressure, whereas I felt a bit more locked into her Rekka stance. Of course, the big weakness of that is going to be DPs against her pressure, but Happy Chaos classically doesn't have great reversals, doesn't have a reversal at all, doesn't have incredible defensive options.
Yeah, on paper, definitely on paper, it definitely doesn't seem like Happy Chaos has a lot of good defensive options. But, some of these patches, or this recent patch, obviously the system changes we know we've been talking about all night, but Elfo is one of the characters that got direct buffs, right? And, it being to end pressure safely with the Fireball having more pushback. First of all, the meter game is already insane, but we just saw right there, Jelly using the Pine Berry, and that he now launches on hits, always. So it leads to a lot of really good combos when you 50% mid-screen. There's just a lot of new routing on her.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how much Jelly has already studied and how much she has to still, unlock with this slightly altered version of the character. Oh no! Deflect shield not getting them back into the neutral scenario they wanted. Guts puts him through the wall.
Yeah, definitely a little unfortunate here. Unfortunate for Jelly, but Guts taking the first round. Actually, do a nice recognition on the deflect shield there, right? We are seeing back in afterwards, and Guts does take the game, but it is another first to 3. Let's not forget that. So Jelly still has a chance to come back, and we've seen comebacks tonight as well here. So maybe we might see
another known to happen. Yeah, I'll say I think Elpha's one of those brain melting characters where if you're not ready to defend her, you can get blown away, and then you'll lose 3 games in a heartbeat, and you're like, damn, what happened? I drowned in pools. But Guts seems to have come into this thing ready. They seem to have practiced this. They seem to be ready to visually react to what Elphelt is doing, which is what a lot of people say is the hardest part. That she's pretty visually cluttered.
Yeah, she's a very scary character to let in, and because obviously the Rekka stance, although there is counterplay, it is mostly just you're blocking high, low, trying not to get hit with another reset. Oh, nice little second overhead there, Jelly. I see that. That was very cheeky of you.
This is funny, Jelly's going really balls to the wall and getting hit by a whole lot of curses, but it don't matter if you die. Curse doesn't matter if you never get the chance to shoot. It's very funny to see.
Yeah, and speaking of shoot right here, we're locking Alpha down into the corner. Oh, catching a button right there, retaliation. Oh, unfortunately, we don't get the super. Maybe we just didn't intentionally choose to do it. Man, who knows what's going on in the mind of Guts. We do have positive bonus
that meter for that BRC right there. Oh.
And the clone PRC to 6. Oh my god, you got smoked there. That's a tough situation to burst. We're not going to choose to do it, though.
All right, both players on 1 hit. It could go either way right now. Honestly, if Jelly could steal burst from Guts, that would not be too bad right now. Of course, Guts wants to steal that burst from Jelly.
Yeah, that'd be a worthwhile trade, but Guts manages to just, sneak out a win there and tying up the rounds once again. Here we go.
Look at Jelly just running on in, not caring about the counter hit, throwing the burst away. They just want to get in and get things started. They don't want to bother with getting zoned by Happy Chaos.
Yeah, and a good thing about that is that Alpha has ridiculous run speed, right? Very fast character, so that definitely is going to help here in the matchup in particular.
Fast, a lot of things carry you forward, super aggressive. Oh my god, what a call up, dude. What did I say? Like, Guts studied, Guts knows.
That's the good counterplay there. And Guts played that very well, right? That's indirect buffs to Happy Chaos, but the system changes. We just saw it right there firsthand. The Worms are back. They're back and they're better than ever because the burst gauge does not get gained nearly as much. So that's very suffocating for Jelly right there. And Guts doing a good job of taking advantage of that and closing out the game, making it a 2-0 so far.
Is it sick of me to say I kind of miss wall slumps? Have things gotten so twisted in this reality that I've got Stockholm syndrome for wall slumps?
Don't we can keep a secret here. I kind of miss them too. Chat, don't tell nobody. Okay?
It was just fun to see variations. I mean, like we were talking about all day, all these games we've seen today. You love to see people's personality come out in character, and when all your options are optimized to a single option, you don't really get to see that as much. But when people get to choose, like, do I wall slump here? Do I want positive bonus? When will I take the meter? That, I think, is a more interesting situation, and you get to see people's individual decision making. It's cool stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot more thoughts into just how you're going to spend your resources and stuff. And right here, as we saw, Guts was just choosing to not break the wall, constantly reset, keep their, oh man, those are tournament card games, but their advantage with their tempo. There you go.
Speaking of tempo, Guts playing some real economics right now, building up that meter there, gonna let them convert.
All right, here we go, keeping Jelly in the corner. Nice block on the overhead there. We have no bullets to fight back. Yeah, but we got that refill thanks to Deus Ex. We're busting shots out here. Oh my gosh. Poor Elfo.
No. What's her Guts? I didn't know it was like that.
Not as much as it used to be, compared to her extra variation or iteration.
Oh, let's get the party started here. I like that burst. I think Guts was thinking, I really don't want to let Jelly hit me more. They're about to get our attention.
Yeah, Jelly, whenever she can get the offense started, it's going, right? But the hard part is, Guts is just not allowing her in at all. And it's doing a very good job at stuffing approach options right there with a 5K, smoking the 2H before it even got active, leading to a 3-0 here for Guts. So far, we're looking at another 2-0 scenario. But it's not over, guys. We have one more set. Goku owns here, or Puppy Girl FPS versus Kami 99. I'm excited to see who wins that. But remember, that's also first of all.
All right, baby. Let's go. Final set of the night here. This is going to be our first to four. All for fun out here. Bit of an exhibition match, but we would love to see if Golden Order can make this 1-2, or if No Style is going to go home with 3-0 in the cross-division game.
Yo, Puppy Girl FPS out here with the new color, Super Saiyan Green, I'm gonna call it. Look at that, that's awesome.
They dipped her in bleach. That poor girl, that poor dog.
That poor dog. Yeah, they just poured the glow stick juice all up on the dog.
I love that burst, though. Definitely don't want to let Kami get into back turn early. We were talking about, just how insane that can be, how all-encompassing. You're going to see it here immediately going overhead into wall break and the hard knockdown.
Yeah, right here, right? We're going to get some resources back. Even if we don't end the round immediately, right? It's going to just feed into our burst gain. And looks like we got a nice little counter hit to end the game here. No wall sticks, so no extra, burst gauge for Puppy Girl here.
I will say, the other thing about Puppy Girl is they have not been using a bunch of FD. They seem to really want to wait and marshal their resources, get some tension to turn things around. But I don't know if that's working out in their favor. Kami is not having a hard time continuing pressure because of the lack of FD.
Yeah, because FDing Leia was definitely a thing you want to do, right? Because you definitely don't want Leia, especially in Baxter, to be close to you. But on the contrary, something like that could happen if you're not close to Leia, right? You just get set up with a heavy fireball, you just walk into it. It's just a walking hitbox.
Yeah, it's scary stuff. It's when he hits 3 or 4 of them on you, I'm like, oh, this Leo player feeling themselves.
There's something about slow fireballs in Strive that have me under mind control. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
You jump into them.
No, it's kind of like, like if a Kai does a heavy stunage in my face, I'm not checking it.
You're just like, those are your plus frames, brother. Enjoy.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Puff not one to be forced down in the corner here, opting for yet another burst, going to lead them to positive bonus. Did that get changed? Am I dumb? I feel like gold burst has resulted in less meter all day. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's one of the changes to like burst economy, right? The tension should still be the same, but you're getting less burst over time anyways. So you're not getting half a bar. You're getting maybe like 30 to 40% instead, which is a nice change.
Also, gotta shout out my beloved Paradox pulling up with a party of 7. How did things go tonight, Pariah? Pariah, if you didn't know, working for OEG over there. They're another team out here in the league.
Yeah, Paradox to go. Thank you for the raid.
I mean, a whole lot of meter here. Gonna spend that. See, you can still DPRC. You just have to super PRC. It still counts.
Hey, super PRC is still in the game, but not many characters have it. Oh,
no!
Scary situation there, right? I wasn't even sure. Maybe Puppy Girl was able to grab that. It was such a weird time.
Yeah, Puppy Girl had that stolen from him. You saw them want that grab RC conversion, but I guess the bubble just didn't connect. Maybe a little late.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. It looks like Kami is just ready for these Garu dogs, right? So like, I'm not letting you get this pressure started on me, this guard crush pressure. Which is up, and it leads to Kami getting a wall break here. Nice little 5P to maybe stop an air grab attempt or something. But we're playing this corner game pretty nastily.
I think another bit here is that Leo has a whole bunch of good options into Spiral Arrow. You're not just stuck, trying to react with 6P. Like we talked about, he has that good light fireball that he can just spam in your face. He has things like armor stance that's going to make that harder. So, you can't just, it's a lot harder to pull up on him. And then that lets him pull up on you. He's going to like dash 5P or dash 2K in on you, and then you got problems.
Yeah, letting either of these characters getting close to you is a very big problem. But, Leo Wi-Fi does have that edge in the, full screen fireball, which Giovanna can spiral arrow through. But, there's the elephant in the room, the flash kick. Can't DPRC it, but it's still an issue.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Kami already interact with flash kick to try and mess with Puppy Girl's Oki already. Like, that's happened this set. It's still definitely a usable tool, if not quite the same as it once was. He used to do that on Wake Up and get back turn. That's meant. Let's not go back to that version of the game. That was crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Look how far we've come, like as a society, right?
That's society if Leo HDP was not invulnerable.
Yeah, it's this right here. This is the Nirvana patch.
Remember, that awesome. Patch will save you. Get it twisted. Yeah. Oh! I was talking about options into Spiral Arrow. I did not anticipate 2D being one of them. That's on me. The Leo players always get to me, man.
In a way, I feel like it makes sense, Forward advancing, low crush move, why not, right? We got the HDP here. We're spending that cash to get that wall break here. Kami 99 not slowing down at all, trying to continue this pressure. We got the 3-6Ps on deck. Puppy Girl FPS getting whip punish here, unfortunately for them. And Kami 99 will take the next game, making it a 3-0.
That was bro. I mean, and you saw the setup too, like those 3-6Ps. Puppy Girl has to be thinking, all right, what deals with 6P? I'll 2D, and then boom, Kami immediately ready to punish that 2D. After baiting it by just spamming 6P over and over. Very nasty bit of conditioning work.
All right, and we have potentially one more game, right? Because Kami is on set point, and Kami could either get a magical reverse sweep, or Puppy Girl could reverse sweep, or Kami can secure the clean 3-0. Nonetheless, I think it'll be fun to watch. Remember, these games do not count for points.
Let me see a reverse sweep. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, the other interesting thing about the cross-division games is it's a way to sort of test the temperature of these other groups. If you didn't know, we had 24 teams separated into 4 groups, 6 in each group, and they're playing people of roughly the same standing as them. So, if it's really hard, it might be like, oh man, like that other group is actually crazy hard. They had some really tough teams in there.
Yeah, speaking of tough teams, we got really tough situations here with the dash up 2D. I know Vinny is smiling in the crowds right now.
You gotta gamble with it. You gotta gamble.
You just gotta
go.
Oh, let's go gambling, and we failed the check. We got our throne blown up.
That's tough. And the Puppy Girl definitely expecting a classic Leo 5P tick throw there. Like that's game plan layer 1, but Akami already beyond that, ready with that fat counter hit.
Yeah, this is a really fat counter hit, and the flash kick unfortunately doesn't actually get a ton of reward. But that HCB definitely will sets up for the back to get in that corner. Let's set up guard crush pressure here. Calming 99's not slowing down with the offense. And DP's even on hit. I want you in there.
Oh man.
High, low, and this
the series right here. Oh! That's gonna do it with a 4-0 no style, locking in 3 whole wins in the cross division game. Congratulations to them. And congratulations to Golden Order. Like I said, they have 2 of these cross-division games. This is not the last you've seen of these exhibition-type matches. All of these teams will play another one next week, and then they will get into their second round robin, which I'm excited to see.
Yeah, like it's stuff like this. Like I'm not really. Some people don't play brackets, right? Like Symbolist is a good example of a player that you know of, but don't play brackets that much. So it's really nice that that you guys put something together like this in order to give them an opportunity to maybe play on stream, and some people like more footage of them in general, right? It's a power to the player. I really appreciate that you guys.
I mean, another beautiful thing for me is that you get to see these teammates play as a team. Often in a double elim bracket, you kill each other before you even get the top 8, and then maybe only one person from your team ends up on the top 8 graphic. Whereas here, you get to see these people who probably like each other and practice together and know each other pretty well actually get a game plan together and play and contribute all to one team, which is cool.